Moving to the Metro.
Metro it is.
Game, I don't know. I find
There are...
this series I'm not very excited for. I don't really... I find them boring teams. And maybe that's just a me thing, but Carolina versus Ottawa.
I 100% agree with you on that.
And I've labeled this one, is the rebuild actually done?
Is the rebuild actually done? That's funny.
That was Ottawa's GM, was it 2 years ago, saying that the rebuild is done?
Yeah.
And they didn't even make the playoffs.
Nope.
But starting with the Hurricanes, they finished the year 53, 22, and 2 for 113 points. Goal differential plus 56. Their point leader was Aho with 80 points, which I was surprised that they didn't have a player with a point per game average.
That is interesting for a Western Conference Finals team every year.
Right? They do get swept. They haven't won a game in the Eastern Conference.
They did last year.
Carolina?
Yes, they did.
No, they got swept.
Oh, you're kidding. I guarantee they won one, didn't they?
No, they got swept again.
Oh, my gosh. Man, my memory is shot. But keep on going.
Okay.
Keep on going.
No, I'm curious about this.
Oh, okay. I swear they won one last year, but 24-25 lost to Florida 4-1.
Oh, they did win
They
one.
did win
Okay,
one.
never mind.
Yep.
Okay, I was wrong.
And didn't they win? No, they didn't even make the conference finals the year before that, actually.
Was it the year after? Or year?
No, they lost to New York in the second round.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm on.
But anyways, then the year before that, they lost 4-0.
Yeah. Goaltending is interesting. Again, I think that just taking what Noah said, I feel like you can't really judge these numbers per se because I feel like these are both respectable goalies. They ran with Brand. How do you pronounce his last name? Bussey?
Brandon Bussey, yeah.
Brandon Bussey. 31 wins, 2.47 goals against average, and a .895 save percentage. I feel like...
And I'll have you know, he has the record for quickest rookie to 20 wins in NHL history. I think he had 20 wins in his first 23 games.
That's
or something
insane.
like that. Yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah.
But his stats wouldn't show it. It's weird.
No. Yeah, and then they still run Freddie Anderson, 16 wins, 3.05 goals against average, and a .874 save percentage,
Which I would say is low. Like, I mean, we can look at the stats all we want, but I'd say that's
it's not
low.
It's not bad.
I mean, it's
like
20% below average, which
I guess
I don't know, not 20%.
He's a decent backup.
He's I'd say he's a good backup at this point in his career, but go on.
Yeah, I have noted that they have 12 players with over 30 points, which is really good, but they're just an extremely deep team. That's really all you can say about the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want me to take it away for Ottawa.
Do it.
All right, so Ottawa finished 44, 27, and 11 for 99 points. Now, I'll have you know that this would have been higher than both Pittsburgh and Philadelphia in the other series. But
my word.
Regardless, they have a plus 32 goal differential. So this one, in terms of points, is quite lopsided in Carolina's favor. You know, Carolina's 14 more points. Goal differential is also pretty lopsided.
Yeah.
But Ottawa's points leader, Tim Stützle, so over a point per game. That kid is...
He's good.
He's good. He's a good player. I mean, that one play he had a couple weeks ago where he just undressed like half the team and just, nasty paramedics on him.
We don't deserve to watch it.
No. I mean, this is we say Draisaitl's the German Gretzky, but Stützle is coming for his crown. Then we got Linus Ullmark in net. He's kind of been their ride or die, regardless of, what we think is going on in the locker room. 28 wins, 2.73 goals against average, and a .891 save percentage.
Not even bad numbers.
Not bad. Looking at league average stuff, right? A little bit below league average for save percentage. Yeah. Can't tell what it is for goals against average. I don't remember. But for interesting stats, we got 13 players with 30 or more points. So, again, very, very deep. They're not really a top-heavy team. They got guys like Stützle and Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just had to clean my mouth there for a second for saying that one. But, yeah, Thomas Chabot. Drake Batherson in the back end is really good. But, yeah. Carolina won the season series 2-1-0. So they had 2 wins in regulation, or 2 wins and one overtime. Or sorry, 1 regulation loss. There we go. 2-1-0. So, what are your thoughts?
Well, I should have done more research because I kind of have to take out the first part, but that's okay. I think there's a lot of pressure on Ottawa. It'd be like to do something in the playoffs. As in, I feel like this kind of decides Allmark's future. This kind of decides Kachuk's future. Looking past him as a person, just as your asset in hockey.
Yeah.
You do want him on your team.
Yeah, he's a good player.
You obviously don't want to end up, you end up getting swept for some reason. You don't want to lose those guys. And not like they're getting like old, but like I think they're getting impatient.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
But yeah, they have a couple, like, again, Carolina's way more experience. Ottawa has 1 year of experience with their new team.
And even then, they won one game in the playoffs last year?
Something like that.
Oh, no, they played the Leafs. Yeah, they won 1 or 2, but regardless, not important.
But yeah, since March, Ottawa's 15-5-3 with a .717 points percentage, which is tied for third in the league. And Carolina was 6th since that time.
Yeah, really, really good.
So it could be a closer series than we think. But yeah, they're facing Bussy, who went 31-6-2 with 2 shutouts.
I mean, even with the stats not popping off the page, you can't argue with a record like that.
No, you can't. And like I feel like that's where, like, yeah, you can look at the save percentages, you can look at the goals against average. At the end of the day, the wins is what matters. That's what gets you points. The stats don't get you points.
It's how the team plays in front of you too, right? Like, there are so many good goalies out there that they might step between the pipes, and the team plays completely differently because there's maybe there's less lack of confidence or overconfidence.
Exactly, and that's it. Yeah. It could be a closer series than we think. I don't really see Ottawa doing much. I feel like their ceiling is 2 wins.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I would agree with that ceiling. I think, like you said, this is not new territory, but relatively new territory for Ottawa. And this one, Allmark's kind of been there with Boston, but realistically, he lost round 1 with the best regular season team in history at that point, right?
It's got to shake your confidence.
So I don't know if I fully have confidence in Allmark's ability to carry Ottawa past the juggernaut that is Carolina.
No.
So I don't see Ottawa having a chance in this series, and quite honestly, yes, it's important to look at form going into the playoffs, and Ottawa has been phenomenal in the last 20 games, or last 23 games. They have, tied for third in the league in points percentage, but Carolina's just so good. Like,
they're just a good playoff team.
There's a good playoff team, and I think all the pressure is on Ottawa because, like you were saying, the whole the rebuild is over comments and all the pressure that the fan base kind of put on Linus Ullmark and the rest of the team throughout the season with all those controversies and trying to dig into like the beef between the players. Like, even Mark Spector, I think I brought this up on an earlier podcast, but Mark Spector, who's a reporter, does a lot of reporting for the Oilers, but he was on a podcast he got interviewed recently and kind of talked about the culture in Edmonton and called it back to Ottawa and basically said that, when a new guy arrives in Edmonton, McDavid and Draisaitl and a bunch of the other guys within an hour are calling him or texting him, welcoming to the team. And then McDavid's wife messages his wife and kind of gets her situated into the wife group.
Yeah.
Whereas in Ottawa, I guess none of that happens. And it's more of like there's a lot of division in the locker room. So he says, I mean, I don't trust Mark Spector as much as I can throw him, right? But as far as I can throw him, that's probably the right thing. But regardless, I think there's a lot of pressure on Ottawa. And if this doesn't go well, maybe they get swept or lose in 5. I think that either the GM reopens the rebuild or and there's a fire sale. I just don't like the outlook for Ottawa here. So
no, and I think Brady's walking on eggshells with Ottawa, as in not Ottawa's on one mess up, he's gone. As in, if Ottawa slips up, Brady's gone.
I agree,
and like
I think it's pretty clear Brady wants to go to U.S. market, join his
And
brother.
I don't
in some
blame him.
facet. Yeah.
Like he kind of like the Canadian markets kind of give him a lot of sham.
Which
the last little bit, some of it's warranted.
Yeah.
Some of it's warranted.
I mean, we got into it last week.
Yeah, but I don't want to get into it. But it's yeah, I can understand why a guy like Brady would want to go play with his brother if he can get a spot on Florida and the trades work out. I don't see why he wouldn't pull that trigger.
Or not even play with Matthew, but just play near Matthew.
Exactly.
Just because I don't know, Matthew could probably give him some advice on how to survive in a U.S. market compared to a Canadian market because he's had both of that, right?
Yeah.
He played in Calgary and then now in Florida, so he's thrived in both places.
Yeah, and he's all but respect to say for Calgary. Like,
Yeah,
I think it was just a matter of I just need to go our separate ways,
which is fair. I mean,
yeah,
he was phenomenal there too.
It comes down to that.
Yeah,
but
that's all right. I think that's about as much as we need to talk about the Ottawa series.
That was way more than I thought we were going to get into.